Thanks for clicking on your tropical update. Meteorologist Dan Henry here from the SNN Forecast Center. Lots to watch here over the next couple weeks. We're expecting an increased period of activity, and we're already starting to see that reflected in the two named storms that we have. The first is Kirk here, a tropical storm, and the second is Leslie. Not given an L because its name is Leslie, but because it's a subtropical storm. So it doesn't fully have a warm core at the center of the storm. That's all that means. Kirk is the one that we'll want to watch more closely long term, still looking pretty disorganized, and as of the early Sunday afternoon advisory, still just with winds of 40 miles per hour. Kirk is moving quickly to the west at 20 miles per hour. That's actually going to help maintain the intensity of the storm, and Kirk is unlikely to become a hurricane, we think, over the next 5 days as it approaches the eastern Caribbean. In fact, here is that intensity forecast. Most computer models keep the storm in that green area here. That means tropical storm intensity. There's a couple outliers that we're not going to worry about too much, especially whatever's going on there. But for the most part, we're expecting Kirk to be a tropical storm, maybe a Category 1 hurricane in the 5 to 7 day time frame. So it's something for us to watch long term, not something I'm particularly concerned about, though, especially over the next week. Now here's the latest on Leslie. Leslie's going to be batted around here in the North Atlantic for the next week or so. No threat to land, likely to remain a weak storm. Could transition to become a tropical storm, but won't ever really be impactful for us. So tropical storm Kirk, no threat for the next 7 days. Leslie, no threat of any kind to any land at this point, we don't think. And the other thing I wanted to mention again is that we do expect increased activity in the next 7 to 14 days. We're watching a couple waves that are going to come off the coast of Africa, and which the European model here and a couple other reliable forecast models do suggest we'll be able to develop. So here we go into Thursday. There's Kirk approaching the Leeward Islands as what will likely be a tropical storm. You can see lots of dry air and spinning away there over the northern Atlantic. And then potentially there's another storm that could form behind Kirk. It would be the M-named storm, but again, a little too far away really to place any bets of any kind on what would happen there in the eastern Atlantic. But something to watch long term. Good news is in the next 7 days, I'm actually trending the forecast a little bit drier, and that easterly wind should help continuing to improve that red tide forecast as well. I'll be back on SNN at 5:30, 6 and 6:30 p.m. I'll also do a Facebook Live on the SNN Facebook page at 5 o'clock with a more in-depth tropical update.